Alright, so no introductions or introductions of this video, but if you still care about my content, like, share, comment, and of course, ring the bell notification if you really give a crap about my content, reaction, reviews, and creativity on this platform, YouTube. Subscribe. My fellow awesome people, audience, viewers, attention people, fanboys, fangirls, wherever you're at in the world, humans, and of course, everyone else in between. My main viewers and my random subscribers and random watchers and people that's watched me for years. Anyways, Nobody number 2 official trailer. Same dude that did that show from back in the day, from Breaking Bad, and his own spin-off show, Better Call Saul. This fool is absolutely goated as freaking hell when it came to the first movie, when he did the first Nobody series, like not TV movie series, but just completely separate from his his original character from Breaking Bad and his Saul show, Saul Goodman. He was a lot more of a way more crazier, hardcore, badass MFer in this freaking movie compared to what he was in the Breaking Bad Better Call Saul series. He's a whole other different character, which I never really watched the first Breaking Bad TV series. I know, probably the biggest sin in the world I've ever done. I know, I get it. The thing is, I wasn't really into watching a lot of live action TV series in 2007 to 2012, 2013 when it was at its peak at the time, and then years later, by the time 2019, 2020 came around, when TikTok and a bunch of other shit like Kick and everything else started getting more famous on social media, late 2010s, early 2020s, especially when the pandemic scandemic COVID-19 shut down the world, that whole Breaking Bad franchise, it just exploded in popularity all over again. I was like, why is this shit getting famous again? Because I am an old ass boomer millennial, obviously. Because I remember seeing that meme joke everywhere back in the late 2000s, early 2010s. It's like with stuff like Game of Thrones and House of the Dragon and super overpopularized shows like that and Dexter, and how Netflix did their first one even before Black Mirror, like Orange is the New Black. Just shit like that just never appealed to me that much. At the time, I was still watching a fuck ton of anime, a fuck ton of video games. I was playing a lot more extra video games at that time, along with a bunch of other things. I was reading a lot of manga, looking at a lot of not safe for work porn, R34, obviously, and a bunch of other stuff, you know. I was going to the movies a bunch. I was working for the first time, plus I was finishing up community college and college university, so it's another reason I didn't really get to indulge myself in a lot of watching live action TV shows. I didn't really do that until I was done with college, university shit, and started working my hour job. So mid-late 2010s, I kind of started watching stuff like that. But I still watched a lot more anime, manga stuff, and a lot more video gameplay shit. Way more compared to anything else. Even to this day, I still do that. Except I don't get to have as much time to do it since I got my real adulting lives, like taxes and paying bills and shit like that, and taking care of the house and any needs and necessities that it has, so I don't get to play as many video games or watch as much manga, read as much manga, especially nowadays, because I do a lot of that shit now. This is a Nobody 2 official trailer, Bob Odenkirk. So, Bob Odenkirk, or Odenkirk, however he says his name. So, 3, 2, 1, let's get it in. Jump into it. Hope I don't get a copyright claim straight. If it's as good as the first one was, how kind of John Wicky it was before, I'll definitely gonna check this bitch out. Now, hopefully they got those other 2 guys. The black dude, African American dude from the Wu-Tang Clan, RZA. And then the dude from Back to the Future, forget his name, the one who says Great Scott, and Christopher Floyd or Lloyd, I forgot. Let's jump into it. I hope this is badass. Please, it better be as good as the original.
I've come to terms with the fact that you don't have an average job.
You guys having fun at the convention?
Oh, there we go.
But we haven't seen you in months.
What happened to your eye?
Somebody found me at the game.
What game?
The one you missed.
What?
And summer break's just a few days away.
We should do something. Strictly family time.
Come on, kids. It can be an adventure.
Uh-oh. You on a vacation?
Let's do this!
That's the dude. They brought the Back to the Future Christopher Lloyd dude back again. He's in there. Oh, that's sick. This dude was the freaking OG back in the 80s and 90s. Even though granted I wasn't around the 80s until like the early mid-late 90s, but bro, brings a lot of that OG nostalgia. It's crazy. That dude is probably got like 5-10 more years left before he kicks the bucket, man. So it's gonna be a hard ass breaking day when he passes away.
I am just so happy that we're all together.
Hey, city boy.
Hey!
Get out of here.
Oh, shit.
Let's go right now.
I understand protecting your sister, but there are other ways to handle things.
Oh,
I left my
shit.
phone.
What? No!
Oh, he's gonna fuck him up, bro. That's it. He's
Well, at least you're
done.
way better.
Oh. There you go. Yeah. Oh.
What the hell, Hutch? On our
That's
first
what's
date?
up, man. That's what's
I think I stumbled into something.
You're vacationing in an old bootlegging route, full of drugs, crooked cops, and one woman who controls it all. You didn't take your family there, did you?
Yeah,
You'll want to de-escalate the situation.
de-escalate. No escalating.
Oh, he's gonna fuck
Guys,
him
I'm
all
not gonna
up.
fight you. I'm here on vacation.
Find this nobody. Scorched earth.
I just want a break.
There's no way you were just some family man.
We all have different sides. But most of all, you're a dad. Go fix this shit.
I told you.
On fucking vacation!
Oh yeah, that right there, that my guy. See, that is how you do live action movies while pushing any wokeism, BS, SJW, snowflakey, far left, far right, political, religion, ideology, bullshit, the visionary agendas. That's how you do it. That's how it's freaking done, my freaking guys. Even though, granted, I think the lady, I don't know who's going to be the African American, the black dude. He's going to be the one that's the main super villain. That's like the drug lord cartel or the alcoholic freaking mastermind behind everything. I don't know if they want to do that, put generic stereotype. Oh, the black person or Hispanic Latino dude is going to be the kingpin drug guy cartel or something. They don't want to put that generic stereotype, so they might have the white lady end up being the mastermind instead. I don't know. I'll get to thoughts, views, opinions in a quick second. Hold on. Alright, so real quick thoughts, views, opinions, speculations, and of course always takes and vibes. My viewpoint on that. It's looking very, very promising. Like I said before, I'll say it again. I don't know if it's going to be the guy or the girl that's the main headmaster, brains of the operation, the drug dealer, drug cartel dude, or drug cartel lady, or freaking drug addict, or drug lordette, I guess you want to call that, or alcoholic person, or whoever's the real master behind these criminal organizations, corporations that's controlling everything in this movie. I don't know. But to see this dude, the one that plays Saul Goodman, Bob, I forgot what his last name, Odenkirk or Odenkirk? Yeah, Bob Odenkirk or Odenkirk. Yeah, I think it's Bob Odenkirk. Like, the way he did the first performance of the movie was badass as hell. I know some people are calling it, oh, it's just a John Wick or a Jackie Chan clone, or like it's a John Wick clone, or Laura Croft Tomb Raider clone, or any action and adventure like Mission Impossible movie or James Bond clone shit, but a lot more bloodier, grittier, more fucked in the head sort of shit, but live action like that. I mean, if this dude, he looks like he had a lot of fun doing this film, bro. There's gonna be a couple funny moments, a couple good family moments, and then like it's gonna get serious a couple times where he's got to defeat all of these freaking henchmen to get to the, whether it's the guy or the lady ends up being the evil brains of the corporation organization of whatever drug dealing cartel criminal evil like infantry unit thing that she's gonna have to fight up against, and he's got to take them all out using all these crazy bombs and weapons and all this crazy shit to like protect the life of his family and his son's daughter and the wife, so they don't like get to them in Zion. Like, man. And then the other black dude's back again. He's got a big giant mega samurai like Bushido blade sword, or however you call those Hanzo's eye swords. Not really good with the Japanese Chinese like sword art mastery or whatever, any of that stuff. I don't know all the specific names and titles that they got, but after watching a lot of anime mangas that have stuff to do with the period, I forget what you call it, feudal era, not feudal. That's something completely different. Please don't fucking take that shit out of context. And I still got a little bit of extra news article stuff to talk about really quick, so before I even get into that, I'm going to do internet news real fast. One of them I want to kind of save as a video, the other three I may or may not do as a video, who knows, because it's kind of like drama controversy stuff, but it was interesting. It's not the first time I talk about it, but anyways, last the things I'll say about it, they got the African American dude from the Wu-Tang Clan thing, RZA, he's back again. So it's funny they had the same Moreno black dude from before from the first movie, and they got Christopher Lloyd, so both of those are coming back again. I don't know if they're just going to be in the movie for like 3, 5, 10 minutes at the last, 5-10 minutes of the movie like I did it before, instead of like it being the end. Because I remember in the first movie when I read the first, not script, but the first whole premises and the synopsis of the first Nobody movie, and after I wanted to go see it, like, that RZA guy is supposed to be like the stepbrother of Bob Oskin's character. So it's gonna be crazy to see all the crazy wild fights he's gonna do with that big ass Hanzo samurai looking sword. That shit looks so fucking dangerous and sharp. Could go through anything. It's scary, bro. And then the Christopher Lloyd's coming back too, so that's another plus. Absolute huge W, huge wins there. And the last final thing I'll say is, man, the fight sequences speak for themselves, bro. He's gonna make all those little one-liner jokes like he did before in the first movie. Like, I'm real excited to see this shit when it comes out. I think August 15th, so it's gonna be like a little while from now. It's gonna be during the summertime of this year, so very hyped, very excited. You saw the expression on my face. You know, absolutely super excited. I'm super pumped. I'm super zooted out to check this motherfucker out big time, because I don't care if it's a fucking James Bond or John Wick or Warcraft Tomb Raider or freaking Mission Impossible clone or any of that shit. As long as the freaking story and the freaking premises and the acting is badass, and especially the fighting sequences that count the most for this movie, and the cool little badass explosions and special effects that they use, and the cool weapons they get to use in the film look super badass, super authentic, and super absolutely goated. Oh man, straight up cinema. That's chef's kiss for me right there. This already gets a 12 out of 10 in my book. This is only the trailer for it too. As long as they're not pushing no woke political ideologies or beliefs or religious shit or stupid girl boss crap or any of that mess, as long as that's completely out of this film, I'm ready to go see this. I'm ready to spend $20-$25 on this bad boy. I'll spend $30 if it's like a freaking 3D movie. Anyways, let's get to the real quick internet news article stories, and I'll see you in a quick sec. Okay, so I'm not sure if I kind of was debating about doing a video on this or not, but I probably will do the video. Who knows? Probably won't be till like Friday or Saturday, so it's gonna be way old news by the time I cover it. So this was from the 18th. The other one was from like 7-8 days ago, so this is more of an update, but it might be a new update. Who knows? So Caitlin Cigarosa, as most of you people know her as the OF fans, Fansly Not Safe for Work corn actress, pretty much smut slut whore thing. Amaranth, however you say it, tears up as a cake streamer after accusing her husband coercing her into signing a post-prenuptial agreement. And this whole video thing's right here. This is the one that was actually way older, so this is nothing new. It's been around for a while. I gotta give props to my boy, the absolute man, the myth, the legend himself. This is some more in our game with another one. Just Kush, aka Just Kush. He's the one that told his subscribers about this one. I didn't even hear about it until like 2 days ago, so I'm way out of the loop with this one. But yeah, Amaranth's viral conflict with her husband was explained. This comes from Argenta Shivarashtash. Sorry for any urban listener and Indian Arabic people or West Indian people if I mispronounce that. I'm just going to read the stories, and I'm going to get too deep in them because I want to try to do a separate video on this one. So if it doesn't give me a headache when I do the video on Thursday, Friday, or Saturday, we'll see. Just real quick, I got 3 more other things I want to talk about. I might do an extra reaction to something else too at the end of the video, so stay tuned. It's Pokemon related, but in a negative way, sadly. But it says popular Twitch streamer and Kick streamer Caitlin Sigarusa, aka Amaranth, has gone viral on social media after getting, again, not the first time that she went viral, getting into a conflict with her husband, Nick Lee, live on stream on May 11th. Oh, this was a while back then, earlier this month. 2025, several clips from Amaranth live stream surface on X, aka Twitter, showing her getting into a heated argument with her significant other, diving their back and forth, which lasted for several hours, and the Houston, Texas native ended up calling the police on Nick, and the police eventually appeared on the broadcast. The article will go over a debacle of what happened during the Kick live stream. There's a whole bunch of videos here if you want to check them out yourself. Lots of video evidence that went in this thing. Not surprised. And this chick is always freaking pissed off and angry of everything. But then again, like, I don't know who the other guy, her husband is, Nick Lee. I didn't even know her husband's name at all. Because I remember about, 3 or 4.5 years ago, there was a 2021 or 2022 video of her, like, she was screaming and crying at the cameras and shit like that. Getting a real nasty argument with her husband. I don't know who's in the right, who's in the wrong, but I mean, I heard the dude talk maybe like one time, but I don't want to cast judgment that quickly, even though this is the internet. Everyone's going to be a judgmental piece of shit regardless if they know you or not. But I don't know. It's hard to say who's right or wrong in that because I'm not a therapist, but I'll do a separate video content on that. Something about some Square Enix who's got to credit to my other dude, Mr. Man, the myth, the legend himself again. 100% credit goes to him, Mr. Mugen Lord. I know he talked about it on his channel, so I'll leave the link in his video description box below. All credit goes to that dude. But I think he read it from somewhere. I think he read it from Gaming Bolt or Games Rant instead of Push Square, so that's different. Square Enix demands bigger games, or Square Enix, I want to say it. Faster development and sales continue to slump. This comes from Robert Ramsey. I haven't read from Push Square in about a month or two. It says, I'm just going to read a little bit of here, and then you guys can read it in the description box below if you want to check it out yourself. Square Enix has outlined something of an overhaul to its business in response to financial reports of the fiscal year. As you may have guessed it, said reports were overly positive. The publisher's net sales were down 8.9% of the year-on-year, making the largely average performance. To be fair, Dragon Quest III HD 2D Remake was pretty much the company's only big reveal to their periods, and it actually sold better than expected. Its lowest development costs meant that it outperformed internal estimates and ended up turning a profit into Square Enix's HD digital entertainment sector, otherwise known as the gaming side of its business. There's a little bit more extra stuff there if you want to check that out. What do you make of Square's plans? Can you see the publisher battling its way back to the top if its big games make a new impact? Ponder some of the release dates in the comment section down below. You guys can read that yourself. You guys also. Fortunately, a little bit of bad news for Nintendo fans such as myself, but this one was a doozy. I actually found this one on my own. I think it was like Instagram, Twitter, or X. I was scrolling through one of those things. I think I was just scrolling through one of Google's recommended freaking stories I should read that's Sony and Nintendo related. But unfortunately, since Nintendo will permanently brick Nintendo Switch 2 consoles, determine the user is breaking their TOS terms of service agreements, comes from Justin Adaptive Trigger Gordon. Gotta give credit to him. Oh, this is from last week too. It seems that Nintendo's is preparing to crack down on certain illicit activities involving their own hardware or software. To do this, they are now reserving the right to permanently brick a user's console if they determine that such activities have occurred. Wow, that's no good. Just last week, 2 weeks ago, it was way older than that. Nintendo account users were sent emails alerting them to the revisions made to the Nintendo account agreement and the Nintendo account privacy policy. As highlighted by IGN goes as follows, of course. You know, it shows everything on IGN anymore because they're kind of where it's super political now. So, move myself over here a little bit. Without limitations, this is a really long ass thing, so I'm not going to read the whole thing. I'm just read half of it. Without limitations, you agree that you may or may not publish a copy, modify, reverse engine, lens, rent, decompile, disassemble, distribute, offer a sale, or creative, derivative works of any portion of Nintendo account services by pass, modify, decrypt, feed, tamper, or otherwise circumvent any of the functions of the protections of Nintendo account safety services, including though the use of any other hardware, software, surfaces, and that would cause Nintendo account services to operate others in accordance with its documentation and its intended use, and of course obtain or install any use of any unauthorized copies of Nintendo account services, exploit Nintendo account services in any other matter other than the use of them in accordance to the applicable documentations and intended use of each case without Nintendo's writing consent, express authorization, or unless any otherwise expressly permitted, applicable by law. Oh wow, they're real serious about this. They are not playing and screwing around with this shit. It says, also goes on to say, you acknowledge that if you fail to comply with the foregoing restrictions, Nintendo may render Nintendo account services, well, this is real important there, and or the other applicable Nintendo devices permanently unusable within the whole or in part. And ultimately, the $449 purchase can be turned into a very expensive paperweight, which should Nintendo ever deem so. Intended. I almost said intendoid. Indeed, this is quite a steep punishment. Yeah, this goes on more and more. You guys can read it yourself. I don't know, it's just Nintendo going more drunk with power. So if any of you guys are not homebrewing your stuff, you try to end up getting illegal games, you try selling this shit off the black market or any of the others to try to sail the high seas, or try to get a bunch of free games from Nintendo, put games from, I don't know, Sony or Microsoft, and try to, like, I guess, do old school shit like free Visual Boy Advance stuff, and you try to hotwire it and take illegal software and hardware and put a lot of video games into it that wasn't supposed to be in there in the first place. And Nintendo catches you doing that, you're fucked. 100%. That's it. You're done. That's $500-600 gone, and it's pretty much just a paperweight. It's nothing but a, I guess, not ramen noodles, but it's like this but heavier, fortunately. And then the last little bit here, Pokemon TCG news. Unfortunately, it's kind of sad news too, because it said on POV, I guess point of view, yeah. This is what it said. I don't know if it was Instagram or Twitch, TikTok that did this. Probably TikTok, I'm not surprised. You're in a line at the GameStop for Pokemon TCGs 2025 news. And there's a video in here. I don't know if it's going to be altercation, so hopefully I don't have to block this. I might. It's real messed up shit, man. People, this was only like the 13th or 14th of May, so it's like 6-7 days ago, less than a week ago this happened, so it's just pretty recent. So I guess warning, viewer discretion advised. Anyone gets punched or socked in the face, I'm probably gonna have to, like, or it starts bleeding, I gotta cut that part out. So yeah, some people just don't got patience no more. Well, let's see what crazy shit happened. I don't know what happened, but first time seeing that, so let's go real quick.
Funny, but no, I know exactly. You load of this dumbass right here getting hella mad for what? Motherfuckers like what, 70 in line? Like, go home. That's what we're trying to do right now. Bro, check you. Chill a little bit. Stop. Hey, sorry, bro. Chill. Yo, you actually get me out here? I'm just trying to count for red lights. No, you are. I don't think what you shit. You go. I'm just literally counting on you. This guy can just dirty his ass. No fucking way. You're defending him. No. I really want to this fucking guy. Oh, you heard 5 minutes ago actually gave me alright, nice. Oh, you don't want to say shit to your buddy over here though. I told him to calm down as well. No, you didn't. You told me to calm down. Hey, chill. Did I just watch? Okay, we good. Sorry, I'm looking at you crazy. Alright? Chill? Chill? Chill. Shake my hand, bro. Chill. We're just trying to count. All right, count, bro. That's good. Chill. Count, bro. I don't know, bro.
Oh, so nothing happened. I thought someone was gonna get punched or socked in the face and some crazy ass freaking fight was gonna pop off. Nah. He's just talking and barking. He's just all bark and no bite. Straight up a pussy coward. He's just talking all loud and he's gonna fuck somebody up and beat the shit out of them. Bro, you're not gonna do nothing. I'm like, you look like one of those skinny fools back when I was in middle school, high school, like those stupid little white suburban kids that tried to act all ghetto and black and hood and all that shit and try to be on somebody. I'm gonna fuck your ass up, son. Fuck that ass up, bro. Like, I'm gonna beat the shit out of you. Like, that's all you are. You're just all talking all this mess, bro. Like, he couldn't back none of his shit up, bro. And he's got some small little skinny jeans looking freaking white trailer trash looking dude who thinks he's gonna screw somebody over and send him to the hospital. Hell no. Now if he would have had like a device, like a stab knife or, you know, a pow firearm, then he would have sent people to the hospital. And that would have been a way tragic situation. Just literally like just what happened last week Friday, what Saturday happened out here in Vegas. I'm not gonna get into the details, but I'll leave a link down below. And the scarier thing about that shit is in my freshman, sophomore year when I was going to like community college, I actually used to go to that freaking workout gym place many years ago. And that's it. That's all I said for no matter. No outro. Peace out. See you guys soon. Take it easy. Goodbye. I'm on. Have a good one. Stay tuned more future content to the channel. I'll talk to you guys soon. Take it easy. I'm on out. Have a good one. Stay safe. And I will see you guys next future video reactions. Take it easy, everyone. I'm out. Later.